Welcome to Troy, Alabama. A lot of fans might think that running through the tee is reserved for the Volunteers of Tennessee. But the Trojans here at the Vet would strongly disagree as we are set for a showdown on the Wiregrass. And the Trojans will put it away to start the game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Temple. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Georgia Southern's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. And they'll knock him down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Eagles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Got it in the middle, it's Jackson. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Quick handoff. Runs through a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They could complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Eagles have it with a 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rodgers. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. That is no good. Guys, after the miss, no change in the score. So the Troy Trojans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Back to throw, it's James. That's reeled in, it's Jackson. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
Caught in the backfield, it's Walters. Carrying the ball with an edge and hammering his way to the 40. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
The Trojans come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grabbed in the middle. It's Milner. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Under fire. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Rodgers. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Oh, better look out. Picks up the first down, still moving. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. To the air, it's James. Flushed out of the pocket. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got a man. It's Milner. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps swinging it. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Trojans pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Driving its way all the way down to the Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The pull and throw off the RPO. Touchdown, Troy! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Offense in a bunch formation. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's caught. It's Jackson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Here's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The RPO, it's complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That's caught. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All wideouts, no backs. Looking for a man, it's James. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And the Trojans line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's Milner. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Finds his man. It's Walters. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on first down. Moving out of the pocket. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game one, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to...
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has, run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. It'll be a draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
Well, they try to go with the draw out of the shotgun, but just way too much penetration allowed up front. That defensive line just took that play over.
They get off the rock really fast, get in the backfield. The offensive linemen are supposed to push them upfield. Quarterback's got to sell it. Not anything really in that play in sync, and it doesn't go anywhere.
Hauls it in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Absolutely center cut. And that lead grows even bigger. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Short gain on the play before he slides. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Now the Trojan offense returns to the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, Dave.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
That's caught. It's Walters. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. To the air, it's James. Deep shot for the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the...
He's loose on the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. And the Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He wants it all. Touchdown, Trojans! The offense cashing it in on that drive. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Coming out with it, it's Temple. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run, maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
On the run, it's Rodgers. Got the 1st down and more. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far in Troy today.
We're just about ready to start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Makes a move. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the 2nd half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
He'll bring it out. It's Temple. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Eagles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Knocked off his feet.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
On third down, he drops to throw. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Guys, the Troy offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
The give to the tailback. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's James. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He's looking to throw. Trying to pull his way in. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Eagles are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll leave it with him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Backed up at their own 13-yard line, it's 1st down. Quarterback on the keeper. Hard running there. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Bring in the heat. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a 1st down. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wants to throw on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that has skill, and they've got speed, and because of that, this defense, they can't lull themselves to sleep. They've got a big lead here late, but they've now given up back-to-back big plays. They got to put the...
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. He would not be denied.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. So, guys, we'll have another look at this Troy offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Caught over the middle. It's Isaac. At the 40, there he goes. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do...
Oh, he's got some... Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Troy. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And the Eagles have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being aggressive on a big fourth down.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking to pass, it's James. Makes the grab. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be.
Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step and make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage. And when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They'll move the tight end. He'll keep it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Eagles!
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They knocked through the extra point, but they still trail 31-13. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. LSU is getting handled right now, and for this to be happening to this program in front of these fans, it's almost inexplicable. They're trailing by 19 to Vanderbilt. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Trojans moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's James. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And now on second down for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Going deep. He caught it. Touchdown, Trojans. And the route is on. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Cotton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they...
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. After this, it'll be a wrap. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's James. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And that will be in the final play.